Tonight you will walk into a room and flip a switch. Instant light will flood your vision and you won't care. But what if I told you you are living a lie for 99.9% of human history? That switch did not exist. When the sun went down, the world didn't just get dim. It went completely, terrifyingly, and totally pitch black. You could wave your own hand in front of your face, and you wouldn't be able to see a single finger. Modern humans almost never experience true, absolute darkness, but for over 300,000 years of human evolution, every single one of your ancestors lived half their lives in the dark. They didn't have flashlights, they didn't even have candles, just the massive black sky, the blinding stars and silence, and whatever small flames they could keep alive to survive. So, what did humans actually do for all those empty hours? The answer is going to shatter everything you thought you knew. It changes how we view sleep, anxiety, and our own brains, and it proves that your modern insomnia might not be a disease. It might actually be an ancient superpower trying to wake up. To understand this, we have to go back to the very beginning. We need to talk about the greatest technology ever invented, fire. About 1 million years ago, in a cave in South Africa, our ancestors did something that no other animal had ever done. They controlled a flame, and it changed human biology forever. You see, before fire, humans were just like every other primate. When the sun began to set, sheer panic set in. You scrambled up a tree or found a hidden sheltered cave, and you stayed completely, absolutely still until the morning, because moving in the dark meant you became something else's dinner. Human eyes are practically useless in the dark compared to predators. Saber-toothed cats, hyenas and wolves could see you perfectly, but fire changed that mathematical equation overnight. A roaring campfire creates a circle of light about 30 feet wide. Inside that glowing circle, you were safe. You were a god. Outside that circle, in the shadows, you were instant prey. Even today, anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherer tribes document that wandering away from the fire means almost certain death. But fire didn't just keep the giant predators away from us. It gave humanity a gift that literally altered our brain chemistry. It gave us the concept of extra time. Think about this: before fire, the useful day ended at sunset. That's maybe 12 hours in the summer and 8 in the winter. Fire suddenly added 3 to 4 usable hours to every single day, and over thousands of generations, those extra hours changed our species. In 2014, an anthropologist spent years living in the Kalahari Desert. She lived with one of the last true hunter-gatherer groups on Earth. She recorded every single conversation they had, day and night, and what she found completely blew researchers' minds. During the daytime, 80% of human conversation is incredibly boring. It is practical. Who is hunting? Where are the berries? Daytime talk was just complaints, logistics, and pure survival. But the second the sun went down and the fire was lit, the entire character of human interaction flipped upside down. 81% of campfire conversations became rich, imaginative stories, tales of distant lands, spirit animals, and the origins of the stars. Jokes that made the entire camp echo with laughter in the dark. The campfire was humanity's original movie theater and school. It is the exact place where human culture was actually invented. It's where we learned to imagine things that didn't exist yet. But the most shocking thing didn't happen around the fire. The craziest part happened after the embers died down, because you were not designed to sleep the way you do right now. In 2001, a historian named Roger Ekirk published a massive paper. He had spent 16 years digging through ancient, dusty records, and he found a secret that the modern world had entirely forgotten. He found over 500 references spanning thousands of years. Medical texts, diaries, court records, and medieval prayer books. Even passages in Homer's Odyssey mentioned the exact same thing. They all talked about first sleep and second sleep. Before the industrial age, human beings did not sleep in one block. No one went to bed and slept for 8 continuous hours. Instead, they went to bed shortly after the sun went down. They slept deeply for about exactly 4 hours. And then, in the middle of the pitch-black night, they woke up. They stayed completely awake for 1 to 2 full hours. And then, they went back to sleep for another 4 hours until dawn. This wasn't some weird form of ancient, widespread insomnia. This was entirely normal. This was how our bodies were built. This is how every human on the planet slept for millennia. So, what did people actually do during that midnight waking hour? They did absolutely everything. It was a secret world. A 16th century doctor told couples this was the best time to make babies, because they were rested, relaxed, and would do it better. People got out of bed and literally visited their neighbors in the dark. They sat by the hearth and interpreted their vivid, fresh dreams. They wrote in journals, they prayed, or they just lay there and thought. Doctors in the 1500s called this quiet time the watch. They advised that it was the best possible time to study and reflect, because your mind was calm and the whole world was dead silent. Modern historians had been reading these ancient texts for centuries, but they literally mistranslated the words out of pure ignorance. They couldn't wrap their minds around people sleeping differently, so they erased first sleep from the modern history books. But then, modern science accidentally confirmed the ancient history. In 1992, the National Institute of Mental Health ran a crazy experiment. A psychiatrist took a group of volunteers and locked them away. He completely removed all artificial light from their entire lives. For 1 month, they lived in 14 hours of darkness every single night, just like our ancestors would have before streetlights existed, and what happened to their bodies was absolutely terrifying. Within just a few weeks, every single person's brain reset itself. They all automatically settled into the exact same ancient pattern. 4 hours of sleep, 2 hours of quiet wakefulness. 4 hours of sleep. Nobody told them to do this. There were no clocks in the facility. Their biology just did it, like a dormant computer program waking up. It had been buried inside them under centuries of artificial light, but scientists measured their hormones during that midnight awake period, and they found something that completely shocked the medical world. These people were in a state unlike any normal waking consciousness. Their brains were pumping out massive levels of a hormone called prolactin. It's the exact same chemical released during intense, deep meditation. The subjects described feeling overwhelming peace and reflection. It wasn't just a random, annoying gap in their sleep cycle. It was an entirely distinct state of human consciousness, one that almost no modern human being has ever experienced today. So, if this is our natural peak state, what killed it? The answer is a lot simpler than you think: the light bulb. In the 1600s, major cities began installing massive street lamps. Paris did it first under King Louis to try and reduce violent crime. Slowly, the terrifying magical night became bright and manageable. Before this, walking outside after dark without a lantern was illegal. The word curfew literally comes from the French phrase cover fire. The night was meant to be respected, feared, and totally dark. But then Thomas Edison commercialized the electric light bulb in 1879, and within a single generation, 300,000 years of biology was erased. Today, you stare at a glowing phone for hours after sunset. That blue screen light completely destroys your body's melatonin. Your brain literally thinks your phone is the burning midday sun. It delays your sleep, fragments your rest, and ruins your circadian rhythm. But researchers found that just 1 week of camping with no screens resets your biological clock back to the exact way our ancestors lived. We didn't just change when we go to sleep at night, we completely eliminated the most peaceful phase of human consciousness. So, the next time you wake up at 2 a.m. staring at the ceiling, don't instantly panic and think you have a sleep disorder. Don't stress out thinking that your brain is somehow malfunctioning. What if waking up in the dark is exactly what you were built to do? What if it is just your ancient biology begging for a moment of peace? We traded our deepest, most profound state of mind for a light switch, and the saddest part is, most of us never even knew it was gone.